screenwriter friends, they have a different method. They write faster. They might just sit down, lock themselves in a room for 15 hours and just write. Now I've tried that. I have 10 scripts completed, and I have a film that I'm co-directing and I wrote called Undone that we're shooting. You can find out that information on calativity.com. I have that information on the credits, but the main thing is getting the ideas on the paper. What my method is whether you write fast or write slow, what you do is you clear your mind again, and then you focus on just a story. You want to do an outline of just the scenes that you want to discuss briefly, from beginning, middle to end. The outline will help you get to where you need to go. The outline will help you see the whole movie and visualize it without too much detail. So it's something you don't have to worry about as a first-time writer. You don't want to just start heavy and you get a couple of pages. You get like 10 or 15 pages of dialogue, but you don't know where you're going after that, and you stop and you freeze, and you might not get back to it for another year because it was too hard for you to. It was like you were driving blind. I only suggest that is if you've been writing as long as I have. Like, I can go through a whole script off of my head, but it's still easier to do an outline. It's easier to do an outline, and then scene by scene, just write. Forget about everything else. Forget about how it's gonna sound. Get the ideas out your mind. What you want to do is experiment. You don't want to just try to focus on so much technical jargon right now. What you want to do is just get the story out. If it takes for you to just write dialogue and characters' names that are, temporary, do that, because that's going to fill up those pages, and the point is filling up the pages. Write the characters' names, write dialogue, write action, write the scene heading, and don't worry about the technical. Read this book, because it's going to help you organize yourself into the right direction. And once you actually finish with the bulk of the rough draft, what you're going to do is you're going to really be using the book that I told you about right now, Screenwriter's Bible. You're really going to be using the book, because the book is going to help you polish, and it's going to help you clean up all the errors, spelling, types of spelling, because sometimes, it took me a while to where I had to go through a script. Things, for example, small things, they're kind of annoying to read through a script that has a lot of little errors or grammatical errors. So as you get better, you'll pick certain things up. But you always want to make sure that the meanings of the names are exactly what you, the meaning of the words that you're talking about. You want to make sure that is stated and used in the correct way. Like, for instance, they went to their car. They went to their car. All right, you put they went to their car, T-H-E-R-E. You want T-H-E-I-R. That's little things, but as you write more and more, you'll get better on that. You'll also see that when you actually got that rough draft completed and you're reading the book and you're polishing up your script, it's still a lot of different things that might not make sense. There might be a lot of different little story plot lines that don't go together quite as well or aren't as strong. So what you want to do is get feedback. Get feedback from other people. Let other people read your rough draft. You want to make sure that you get everything copyrighted. Copyright everything. The WGA is the Writers Guild of America. If you live on the West Coast, is is WGAW, Writers Guild of America West. If you're on the East Coast, is WGAE, Writers Guild of America East. And so what you will want to do is copyright it. Copyright your rough draft. Email it to yourself. Email it to a lot of emails from yourself, you know, so you'll be able to always have that script in case your computer crashes and they can't fix it, things like that. And just to protect yourself a little bit more. The copyright is very easy. You can do it online. What you want to do, you don't want to use, you can do it online, and you can let's see, you pay $20 and they issue you out an ID for your script. Whether you wrote a movie, song, book, whatever, they have manuscript, they have all kinds of formats for you available. So you just go on the Screenwriter's Bible, you read the Screenwriter's Bible. There's more information about the Writers Guild of America in there. As far as putting your work out there, that's a different issue. After you finished it, after you polished it, now you want to sell it, that's a different issue. That's an uphill climb right there. So, you know, we'll talk about that more a little bit later. I just want to get you, you know, thinking about starting your first screenplay and the help that you'll need if you're working mom, or if you're too busy. You can write a screenplay no matter what. You can fill it in. You can fill the space in. You just need to make it a priority, you know, because it's a screenplay is a long journey, and once you finish, you feel so complete. I've written 10 movies, so every time I've written a movie, my mind was so involved in it that I felt like I couldn't do anything else. I've worked and I've written in between work. You know, I've done. I've taken notepads to the grocery store if I had an idea, you know. So you want to make sure that you clear your mind and you're ready to write. And when you are ready to write, you stay consistent with it. You keep it going. You don't quit. You just keep up the ideas. You think about plot lines. You think about characters. You think about full characters, characters that revolve around the main character, that change the plot. You know, it's a lot of things that you think about, but it's a fun experience. It's a good thing, and once you finish with it, you'll be relieved, but you'll feel accomplished, because it's not easy to write a screenplay. It's not easy to write one in a year, and it's not easy to write one in a week. You know, I've done both. So I'll have a part 2 to this video. This is mainly to get you introduced to the process of writing and what you need to do to complete a movie. Alright, thank you so much. You can rate, comment, subscribe, do a video response. You can send me a message through YouTube. You can also let's see, you can check my blog out, funnyandink.com. It'll be back up next week. Keep checking back for that. Calativity.com is the website for our movie. It has some of the cast members in it. It's gonna be a good movie. I'm co-directing it and I wrote it. Anything else, I'll have that information on the credits. So thank you so much, and I'll be right back with another video about a part 2. And this is another book that I want to actually tell you about, as well as I'm going to actually talk about more things. If I get comments, I'm going to answer some questions. Anything, you know, I'm willing to, you know, help you through the process as well. So let me, if you started writing and you're kind of stuck, just ask me a question. I'll be able to assist you. All right, thank you so much. Peace.